All right, a quick disclaimer. This collection of Google Ads guides is content that I produced from 2018 to 2021. Some of it you can still apply. Some of it is slightly outdated due to interface changes in Google Ads and Google Analytics, and some of it is an archive of how Google Ads worked previously. The first several dozen videos will be released for free on YouTube. The rest you can get instant access to, including the scripts, keyword lists, and files using the link in the description. I'm working on sharing all of my knowledge with you on advanced Google Ads marketing after being in this game for over 12 years. So if you like this content, make sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell. Leonidas here, and let's begin.
Welcome back to another video. In this video, we are going to focus on getting the lowest possible cost for our clicks as possible based on what Google Ads allows us. So the title is click-through rate times ad relevance equals lower CPCs, increasing your click-through rates and ad relevance and decreasing your costs per click. So to simply put it, the cheaper clicks equation, intuitively speaking, is ad relevance times click-through rate times account history equals cheaper clicks. Now, these are the factors that I've figured would influence the most when I'm creating my ads. These particular factors are what will essentially help people click on your ads more than they would on their competition. So step one, for example, to increase your ad relevance, you should always use keyword insertion as much as possible. So let's say you have 100, 200, 1000 keywords. A great way to get those keywords in front of the person that is searching is to use keyword insertion. All right, so I'll actually explain what that looks like a little bit later. And as well, you can also use brand-based keyword insertion, or basically putting the brand name into the ad itself of your competition. Or even, for example, the easiest one to label is Amazon. When you see Amazon in the ad, you're probably going to click on it because of brand recognition. So for increasing your click-through rates, Google Ads has quite a few extensions that will actually expand the visibility of your ad. And when those are enabled, they allow more clicks. Like, people will end up clicking more on your ad than they would on the competition, who only has maybe 2 or 3 links, or just, for example, a phone number. So you could do things such as adding a promotional offer within the text, and as well as the extension. So you could add a location extension. For example, if you're a local-based small or medium-sized business, you could add ratings. So those are stars. You could add additional links to different pages on your website, as well as a phone number. So for example, someone wants to contact your business directly or your affiliate offer directly, and then as well as a call to action. So get the person to read, download now, call now, learn more now, for example. So the account history plays into effect the click-through rates on average of your keywords, your ad groups, your campaign, and your account. So over time, as people continue clicking on your ads, they continue clicking on your keywords, Google does factor in the click-through rate for that and will ultimately lower your costs as well. But the history has to be built there. For example, you might have a harder time competing against someone who's been advertising for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. But the good thing is that Google will still give you a chance, because they will show beginner and newbie and brand new ads just to test out how the click-through rate plays out for those new ads. All right, so the question I get a lot is, does the landing page matter? How should I be optimizing our landing page? Is there anything I can do to improve the landing page? Remember that for call-only ads, no, the landing page really does not matter, because they're not going to a landing page. And in the beginning, our main focus is going to be on call-only ads. All right, so once you have a landing page, then we'll focus on that a little bit later, but call-only ads are pretty much the best converting for call offers and services. So instead of them going to a landing page, it's better that they just call you directly and speak to you right away and ask you the specific keywords that they have in mind. Because if you get someone on the phone, you're going to be able to sell to them much more quickly than if they went on your website and they're looking for certain things. Now, as far as text ads, landing pages do go into account a little bit, but still not as importantly as just getting your click-through rate and your ad relevance as high as possible. Google will gladly sell you clicks, all right? Whether your landing page is amazing, whether it's the most garbage 2-line website in the world, let's say you only have 2 lines of text on your website, they will still sell you clicks, not a problem. The main thing that Google will look at is the amount of time that someone spends on your website. So if they go on your website, they're starting to click on things, they're not going to other Google ads, then that's going to increase your landing page rating, and that's going to play into effect your overall text ad relevance as well. But it's not as important as just getting people clicking on your website. Now, another thing you could do is actually add the keyword that someone's searching for into the landing page itself. There's techniques like that. For example, doing a keyword insertion into the landing page itself. That's totally possible. Or specifically building out landing pages that are geared towards certain products or niches or search queries that people look into for your product. So I'll actually explain that a little bit later. Now, the first type of ad copy I want to highlight is probably the most important and probably the most easiest one is the keyword insertion type. So keyword insertion is where you have your text and then have this filler in the text, and then you have the keyword. So if, for example, you have bathroom and kitchen remodeling, then instead of showing this whole keyword home renovations, it will replace it with bathroom, kitchen remodeling. Now, if the text is too long, if, for example, it just does not fit into these lines, it goes way over because your keywords are maybe just a little bit longer, then it will stick to putting the keyword as home renovations. So that's why I put the keyword here 3 times, just in case there's not enough space for Google to put your keyword. So therefore, it will keep it as a home renovations. And you can see that I put in description line 1, description line 2, as well as the display URL. And this is what it ultimately looked like. So if it was bathroom and kitchen remodeling, need a bathroom and kitchen remodeling quote now, and then certified AAA. Once again, it'll put it here. And then in this spot, if there is enough space for putting all that text, bathroom and kitchen remodeling, then it will do that. If there isn't, then it will just stick to as home_renovations. So for the URL, for spaces, it should always be an underscore. And you can see that there's different types of ways of implementing the keyword insertion. You have a capital K and a capital W, which will do title case for all the words. You have complete capitals, which will make it all capital, and then lowercase, which will do lowercase. So the second type of ad copy we're going to look at is just sample divorce law ads. This was literally done at 12 o'clock midnight. So I want to first point out that one of the biggest mistakes this advertiser is doing is that he's running their ads 24/7. Now, these law firms are obviously not running 24/7, but someone is still running these ads. Unless, of course, everything is going to voicemail, which is fine as well. But usually if someone's calling a lawyer, they want to get on the line as quickly as possible. The location that I targeted was New York City, and the language was Spanish. So in this case, you can see that it says instead of call now or call this number, it says llamar al, and then the phone number. Now, there's a few good things here. There's a call a free consultation. There's the keyword divorce twice, and there's actually a location within the URL as well. And you have a call to action, call today, and some legitimacy since 1988, as well as a click to call extension button. Now, this is a text ad with a call extension. The second one here is a call only ad with a location extension on it. And you can see some more legitimacy featured on CNN, New York One, and Daily News. So both of these are good to go, but what I recommend is that you stick to running call only ads in the beginning. Now, the third one we're going to look at is brand bidding. And this one I was actually looking at when I typed in Camtasia, which is a screen recording software that I'm currently using. And you can see that this is a very, very well done professional ad. You can see what they did is that the company itself is Mauve Avi, which is a competitor to Camtasia. So what they did is that they did Camtasia alternative, and then compare Camtasia. So they're still brand bidding, but they're brand bidding as an alternative to the competition. You can see that there's a price here. So there's a price in the title, which is always a good, it gives you a clear cost right away. So you don't end up clicking on the ad trying to look for the price. You know the price right away. And if that's within your price range, you have a trial version for free. So there is a free version. You can totally sample it completely without any risk of making the purchase. You also have a rating extension. So this is an amazing extension to have if you're able to implement it onto your website. When you see these types of stars, you know that a lot of people have visited and have left ratings and there's legitimacy. It's just basically social proof. Download now is a call to action. So click now, download now, tap now, call now. Those are all call to actions. And this ad is very, very search query inspired. So you can see that people probably really searched for things such as add voice commentaries, all-purpose recording tool, and then edit recorded video. So these are very generic things that people would actually type into Google. And the link extensions are also inspired by search queries. So game recorder, someone was looking for a game recorder, record desktop video. So this is a very, very good ad example. Now it's not a call ad, but this will give you an example of what the top level marketers would be doing. Now the next thing I want to show you is not an ad itself, but what happens to your CPCs, your costs per click when competition jumps in. So despite having the most amazing ad copy I wrote at the time within this first month or so, competition ultimately started to go into the space as well. So this was an affiliate offer that I promoted for almost 4 to 5 months. And unfortunately, my competition started to see what I was doing. They were spying on my ads and they skyrocketed my costs per click considerably. So not only did I have to increase my bid to get the same amount of conversions, to get the same amount of profitability, but ultimately I was even getting less clicks in the end as well. So you can see there's a very upward trend here. And at one point I did reveal the campaign accidentally to one of my friends. And this is where things really started to increase dramatically. So keep in mind, try not sharing your campaigns very liberally because ultimately people are in the business of making money. So they will rip your campaigns regardless. So once again, our cheaper clicks equation is the ad relevance. Make sure you have the correct keywords in the text. You could potentially be putting the brand name into the keyword, but as a competitor or as a comparison, there's certain things you can do on your Google Ads to increase your click-through rate. And remember that in the beginning, your account history will be very, very fresh for certain keywords, but over time, your clicks will get cheaper unless, of course, there's competition. So that would probably be an additional here, times competition. So that's pretty much it for our video on how to get cheaper clicks, which is essential when you're making your advertisements on Google Ads or Bing Ads. All right, so if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Salut!